If you're following That First Heard, you might know Amber Heard's got a friend or a girlfriend, some people say, named Eve Barlow. Some people also call her some other names, which we won't get into. Because the point here I'm going to make is that Eve, over the last couple of years, and recently mostly, has come off very elitist, like she's on a high horse, she knows everything, Amber's right, the fans are trolls, the fans are sexist, and she has got it all figured out. Now the problem is, when she does something like this and makes a tweet like this, it exposes that she's got nothing. So what she did was she said, F you to Chris Rock. Now, you probably also know that Chris Rock really slammed Amber on stage, saying, believe all women, but not Amber Heard. And the audience loved it, by the way. We heard that he got some big laughs from it. The thing is, Chris decided to make a joke about Amber when he could have been talking about Will Smith, which was pretty big news concerning him. So that says something right there. Now, if Eve Barlow really had it figured out, she really knew something that no one else does, then she would really own Chris. She'd put him in his place. She'd make a tweet that's well thought out, and people would say, yeah, you know what? That makes sense, Eve. I don't like Amber, I might not like you, but I can't argue with that logic, 'cause you're dropping down facts, Eve. But she can't drop anything. All she could drop is an F-bomb. And not only does it expose that she's got no argument, it exposes that she's immature, she can't handle it, she's over-emotional, and just not too smart with the common sense. Let's see what some people are saying about this. So Sweet Chastity says, people feel sorry for Eve, and by her past tweets, she seems desperate for exposure. One tweet, she practically begged Grimes for acknowledgement. I think she is not an innocent, but someone ambitious and thirsty for recognition, just as Amber was. I think she willing, not manipulated. Whatever that means. Twitter's not always perfect with these comments. And yes, she often mingles in with celebrities just to get attention, to put her name out there, because she knows people are only following her right now because she's Amber's friend, lover, whatever. She's called herself a legendary journalist, which obviously she isn't. She's a very low-level music journalist. That's the fact. And Catherine says, Eve knows it's game over for Ambuser. The whole world has seen her for what she is. I pity you, Eve, I really do. To fall over yourself for this woman is so sad. Your family need to intervene on your behalf and get you away from her. Nah, I'd say leave them together. Just let them go do their thing and drive off into the sunset with no pants together. Some of you guys might get that. It's actually a joke about Amber, something she did during the pandemic. Let's keep moving on. And West Coast Mesh Fighter says, in my honest opinion, applause to you, Chris Rock, and Chris is getting a lot of applause for this. And sure, he deserves it. He's using his platform to make jokes about Amber, so that's fine. That's good. And this person here, whose name I can't pronounce, says they're actually making a list of Hollywood people that support Johnny Depp. He's going to be on that list now, even if they just click like a TikTok that's funny about the trial. I guess they're not going to support those people anymore or dock them. That's a good point. Here's why. Now, Eve gives Chris Rock a big FU. But think about this. She's giving him an FU because he's joking about Amber. But how many other celebrities, to stay consistent, will Eve have to give an FU to? A lot of them. That wouldn't make her so popular around Hollywood and in the media and things like that. I mean, it shouldn't. So, to be fair, if she's going to give Chris an FU, then she should give pretty much every celebrity who supports Johnny also an FU. We'll have to see what happens on that. But I'd say she's picking on Chris now because she knows he's pretty big in the news and she wants attention, just like Amber. Now here is a little bit of a side story I found in this thread that's about Amber's PR guy. Amber Heard's new PR guy, David Shane, needs his own PR guy because he just got Me Too'd. So apparently there are allegations against this guy Amber hired for PR to help damage control the court case she's involved in. I almost said allegations against her, but they're not allegations because we've got evidence that she actually was the abuser, tons of it. So I almost misspoke, but I didn't. Just had to mention that funny little fact. This guy here she's using has allegations against him. Very fitting she picks this person. There's one more point I want to make here, and what happened was Eve Barlow actually said something about one of my friends, Rob, who is a YouTuber. She said, and I paraphrase, that he's a basement dweller loser. And the thing is, Rob's married, he's got a kid, he's actually working in the court system, he's very far from a basement dweller. My point again is that Eve plays these elitist games like she knows people really well. She calls out YouTubers here. In my experiences, YouTubers are the biggest conspiracy fantasists and wannabe hacks. Instagram DMs are the most violent, intrusive, and intimate corner of the internet, and Twitter is the arena of public shame. I left Facebook 5 years ago. Good for you, Eve. I never used it. I have Messenger just for texting people I know, and you're not so special because of that. And this was a video on my friend's channel that he responded to Eve with, and it was a very long response, by the way. But when Eve makes these claims that she knows so much about YouTubers and so much about the people who are criticizing and rightfully calling out what Amber does wrong, it doesn't look so good on her end, and it doesn't make it look so credible when she just drops an F-bomb with an F-U as a defense to something that's out there in public about Amber. If she really had a great message for Chris Rock, she could say something like she said to my friend Rob and be accurate and sound right about it and have people agree. But she can't. All she could do is get frustrated and whine and go to Twitter, which she kind of makes fun of, by the way, but she's using it all the time as her main weapon, and use profanity. So in the end, she looks really silly. You guys, of course, let me know what you think down below. I'd love to get some shoutouts and some other content. I'm just really overwhelmed with this case, and while it's going on, I want to cover as much of it as I possibly can. If you're not subscribed here, consider it. If you don't consider it and you don't subscribe, well, I guess I'll be pretty sad about it. But I'll make a new video, something like that. We're done here for now. See you guys next time. Thanks for stopping by.